up, you guys? It's your girl, Sugar Bop, and I'm back with another video. How y'all doing today? Now, as you can see, I have the same shirt on from the other video, right? That's because I'm filming two videos today, okay? And I probably will film, don't quote me though, I'm probably going to film two more videos on tomorrow, because I do have two other videos I want to film. But yeah, of course, the video that you'll either get tonight or Friday night will be a true story. You're getting two true stories this week, and they're both about Grammy, y'all. So, buckle up, get your popcorn, get your hot tea, whatever it is y'all be eating and drinking when y'all watching me. Ooh, that rhymed! I should be a rapper. Anyway, so y'all, before we get into this true story, if you're new here, welcome, welcome. Become an official Sugar Bear by hitting that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well so you know when I post a video. And why would you want to do that? Because it's beautiful over here, and we would love to have you. Like, that's just it, boo-boo. That's just it. It's free. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. Okay? Come see what me and the Sugar Bears be about. And also, one thing I forgot to say in the other video. Follow me on Instagram, y'all, okay? I'll leave that link in the description for my Instagram. But yeah, come join us because we would love to have you. Like, come be a part of the family on the real. I'll take it back with that one. Yeah, anyway. So let's get on to this true story. Y'all, this is about one of the worst nights of my life, and you're gonna find out why when I tell you this true story, okay? Just listen. So, like I said, this true story is about Grammy, okay? Grammy, me and Grammy used to like go to his mom's house a lot. When he would like come over here, like on this end, and this was before, I want to say, this was before he moved to his cousin's house. But like, look, Keto, his mom and his cousin's house was like right across the street from each other. So you know, I want to say this was before he moved up over there, but then again, I don't know. Don't quote me. I want to say it is though. But like, yeah, because, yeah, it was, matter of fact, because, after he moved to his cousin's house, he wasn't really coming over here like that. He was staying at his cousin's house, and I just go to his cousin's house and hang out and chill with him, you know, this, that, and the third. So, I remember this one particular night. Oh my God, y'all. I can't believe this even happened. It was one of the craziest, strangest, weirdest nights of my life, y'all. It's crazy to even be telling this story for real. But I'm going to tell y'all because I want y'all to get it. Anyway. So, this was one night we was at his mom's house, right? And, you know, she had cooked or whatever. She was always cooking for me and Grammy because she loved me so very much. She loved both of us, but me and his mom got along so very well. Like, I guess that's just my personality or the energy that I bring out, or because, you know, low-key, I was still an introvert. And, you know, technically I still kind of am, but I'm, like, getting out of it more and more, you know what I'm saying? But, back then I was still a big-time introvert. Only around certain people, though. Because, like, for me, I'm the type of introvert that once I get to know you and get comfortable with you, I could talk to you all day long. I think I told y'all this before. But yeah, I could talk to you all day long and just, the conversation will flow, and flow. But if I don't know you, then I'm not going to really know what to say to you. other than high and by. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. It is not nothing personal. It's one of my attributes of being an introvert. You know, so we was at his mom's house, you know, chilling, and she had cooked, and I don't remember what she cooked, but I know his mom could throw down in the kitchen. She really could cook, and her food was always good. So, you know, we over there hanging out, and it's like in the evening time at this point. I remember because it hadn't got dark yet, but it was like gonna be getting there, maybe like another hour or so. And this was summertime, so you know, summertime our days be long. So yeah, so we went over there, we ate, you know, Grammy was drinking, his mom was drinking, his mom's friend was drinking, and I don't think I had drank that day. I don't think I drank that day. I didn't. But I did eat though, cause like I said, his mom could throw down in the kitchen. She was hooking it up. She could shut it up. Anyway, so one thing I remember I did tell you guys about me when I was telling you about how Grammy left me for dead. Back then, when I was tired, when I get really really tired, I start to act a whole fool. Like, but then again, Grammy had like before that I was always like that anyway. Not so much now. Now when I'm get tired, I'm just quiet. That way nobody's feelings get hurt and nothing gets said that shouldn't be said or needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? So low key though, like I said, Grammy did some stuff that made me really mad. Like, and he would like try to have his way all the time. Like, dog, that's not how this works. Like, is equal parts. Me and you is in this relationship. Are we not? That means I get to make some decisions too. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, you know, I didn't yell. Like I said, it's only been 2 times in a relationship that I actually yelled at that man. And that was the night he left me for dead. And then, like, towards the end of our friendship slash relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it, I got at him because I was like, I'm sick of him, like, always being ignorant to me and yelling at me and whatnot. And if you guys want that story, I'll tell you really, really quick. So, towards the end of our relationship, I know it's like a story within a story, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Towards the end of our relationship, it's like, well, no, what? You know what? No, we weren't even in. We were friends. This was after the second breakup. I remember now. I remember because me and him were staying in a halfway house. As y'all know, I've stayed in a shelter before. But the shelter came way after me and Grammy parted ways. But before that, I stayed in a halfway house with Grammy because of a situation that I could tell you about that in a true story as well. I want to tell you the specific part, but so I remember. And we were staying in 2 different houses, just to let you guys know, because we wasn't married. So we weren't allowed to stay in the same house with each other. Which is understandable because the halfway house was, you know, a Christian-based home or whatever. And that's another story too. Oh my God, y'all. I got to, let me put that in my phone because y'all, the tea on that. Alright, so what was the first one I was talking about? Oh, alright, I had to get them notes down, because if I don't, them two true stories, I will never remember to record them. It won't be today, though, I know that, because after this true story, I'm gonna edit when I wake up because I need to go to sleep. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Oh, I was saying I was gonna tell you this little part. Okay, so um, towards the end of me and Grimy like being in contact with each other, well, technically this was not the last time I talked to him because 6 months later I talked to him again, and that was the last time I actually had talked to him. But anyway, um, what? I'm laughing. I'm so sorry. I lost my train of thought, y'all. I think I'm getting sleepy, but yeah. Oh, okay. So there was this one particular time I was talking on the phone with Grimy, and I didn't have a cell phone, but I at the time, so I used the house phone or whatever to talk to Grimy at this halfway house that I lived at. And so, no, I'm sorry, I did have a cell phone. It was a little government joint though. Anyway, so I had been calling him and calling him or whatever to see, cause I just wanted to see was he okay, cause I hadn't heard from him in a while, and yeah, I hadn't heard from him, so I'm just like wondering, was he okay? That was it. Like, I just wanted to make sure he was good, because, like I said, I hadn't talked to him in a while. Hadn't seen him either. So I just was calling to check up on him, because that's what I would do. Like, yeah, we weren't together, but I still loved him, and he was still my friend, even though he did all that bad shit to me. Like, I was real forgiving with Grimy. I was real forgiving with that dude until I learned, forgive, but you can let a person go. And you can love a person from a distance. I learned that. Anyway, so, um, I think I had texted him too. Don't quote me. I don't remember. I think I did text him. So, he get on the phone and call me. Like, yo, why you keep blowing up my phone? Da 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 da. You keep calling me and whatnot. Oh, and I left him a voicemail. You keep blowing up my phone. Like, stop calling me so much. Da 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 da. I'm like, well, excuse me. Like, I thought we was friends. I thought I could call you to check up on you. Because that's what you're supposed to do when you love a person. Even if that's not your dude or your girlfriend, like, you could still, and y'all are friends, like, you can still call to check up on a person. You know what I'm saying? And see, the thing, and y'all getting stories and the stories. But, like, the thing about me is, before that, I never understood the concept of after you break up with somebody, you be friends with them. Like, I never understood that concept, but I did the shit because it was Grimy and I was not really ready to let him go. And, that experience taught me, yeah, this is why I don't do this. You know what I'm saying? But I hung up the phone because I was like, I don't gotta deal with that. Like, how dare he talk to me like that? So then he gonna text me like, hey, basic, and I don't remember everything. I don't remember word for word what was said. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember what was said per se, but I can give you a synopsis or a summary. So he like I'm gonna call you. He was calm. I can tell he was calm. Like, usually when somebody's yelling at you through text, it's all capital letters. But this was on some calm stuff. It was no. But he like text me like, hey, I'm sorry for flipping out, and can I call you? And I'm just like, yeah, but I can do. I let him know that I was like, yeah, you can call me, but I could do without all that yelling. You know what I'm saying? He like, okay, get back on the phone. We start going at it again, cause bro just, even after saying sorry and saying and telling him I could do without all the yelling, this nigga starts doing it again. And I'm just like, alright, well, click. You know, I don't got time for that. Because, like I said, at that point, I was pretty fed up with Grimy. Like, I was not going to keep taking the abuse. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference if, you know, you have a heated argument with somebody and it's not like one-sided. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, I would never yell at that man. Except for that time I just told you about and the time I told you about how he left me in the hood for dead. But other than that, I was calm. Like, I was always calm with him when I would talk to him. Even when I was mad, I never let it show. Like, never let it show. But he would always let it show when he was mad with me. And it made me feel some type of way. I just was like, I felt small, like a grain of sand. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what verbal abuse would do to you. Make you feel small as shit. Like, how can this person that says that they love me talk to me like this? Or treat me this way? You know what I'm saying? It will really make you think. Is there something wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, once you get out of situations like that, it takes time to heal, but once you heal, it's like they say, one day you wake up and you feel good about yourself again. You know what I'm saying? It's like you feel better. It's just, you're happy again. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not what this was about. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So, like I said, Grimy was drinking, his mom was drinking, his mom friend was drinking, right? And I hadn't had nothing to drink, but I had ate. And, so I had got tired, and I was like saying something about, I was telling Grimy I was tired, and I was ready to go home. And he like all ignoring me, like I told y'all, when Grimy was faded, nothing fazed him at all. It's like, whatever you say goes in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? He wanna do what he wanna do and when he wanna do it. And there was no trying to please you. He wanna please him, you know. He only cared about himself in that moment. So, and I remember his mom saying, "What's she talking about? Like, what's going on with her?" And he like, "I don't know." Like I said, Grimy did not give a hell. Okay? But, so I'm just like, you know what? I think his mom had told me, go ahead, lay down on the couch, take a nap. So, I'm like, well, since we not going nowhere, and at this time, eventually I learned how to get around the neighborhood and whatnot. Like, how to get home from, you know, where his mom and his cousin lived at. But at this time, I didn't know. So, you know, I had to stay with Grimy because he can tell me how to get home. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. No, I'm lying. I didn't know how to get home, but I didn't want to leave Grimy behind. I wanted to stay with Grimy. That's what it was. And y'all, my edges is all jacked up, but I'm about to take this mess out because I had this in my head for a grip. I feel like, yeah, it's time to switch it up. Wash my hair and switch it up. But it ran its course. Anyway, let's get back to the story. I'm like, side conversations, y'all. Anyway, so, you know, I did what his mom said, laid on the couch and took a nap. It was daylight still. Well, no, it was low key about to get dark, but it hadn't gotten dark yet. But when I woke up, it was dark. So, low key though, I didn't wake up on my own. I was like those. I went to sleep, and I would like wake up on and off. And then this last time I actually, like, I had gotten woken up by his mom's friend, and we gonna give her a name. I wasn't going to, but let's give her a name, cause yeah, let's call her ignorant, cause that's what she was. She was ignorant as hell. And I promise y'all, I cannot make this stuff up. These people, she was ignorant as hell to me. This one particular day. Like, in general, she was ignorant as hell. But this one particular day, she really, yeah, she was really ignorant to me that day. And that's another true story if you want it, but it would be short. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, yeah, I'll tell y'all that too. What the hell? So y'all can get these true stories, because this is really jogging so many memories in my head when I'm telling this story. Alright, y'all. I'm sorry. So many stories I could tell y'all. I just don't want to cram them all in this video, because this video is about a specific day. And so, yeah, y'all will get them true stories. Don't worry. Just hold on, okay? Anyway. So, oh, yeah. So, ignorant, right? Woke me up and was like, Shalene, I need you to come outside because something's wrong, right? So, ignorant and Grimy had been drinking, like, a lot, like, the whole time I was asleep and whatever. Ignorant. Grimy's mom had went to bed, like, she was asleep, so she didn't know nothing about this. And if she ever found out, she never said nothing to me about it. I doubt she did, because I'm pretty sure she would have mentioned it if she found out about the situation. Anyway, so ignorant was like, come outside, something not right with Grimy. I go outside, and Grimy is sitting in a chair drooling, looking half dead. When I tell y'all, I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. All the stuff I tell y'all about these situations, I am not making it up. This shit really happened. Grimy sitting in a chair looking half dead. And I'm scared to death because I really don't know, like, what to do in that instance. Right away, I wanted to call an ambulance, but I'm like, I don't know. Let me see if I can wake him up. So I'm like, Grimy, wake up. Wake up. I'm constantly saying, Grimy, wake up. Grimy, wake up. Pookie. You know what I'm saying? Pookie. Because I used to call him that too. Pookie, wake up. Pookie, come on. Pookie, wake up. I'm constantly saying that, right? And it's not registering to him in his head. He's not waking up. At one point, like I said, while he was drooling, at one point too, his eyes was like hella low. Like he was looking at the ground, but he really wasn't like he was in a daze or something. It was really, really scary. I've never seen nothing like this. Like I'm telling y'all, the things I went through when I was with Grimy, y'all, this was, like I said, this was one of the worst nights of my life, and I'm telling you, I'm so glad I lived through it. Anyway, so, I started slapping him in the face. Like, not hard, but I like a love tap to try to get him to, realize what's going on. Like, wake up. And he's not moving. So I'm looking at ignorant, like, and I'm asking her, I'm like, why did you let him drink like that? And she like, he grown. He wanted to do it. Okay, ignorant. First off, you're older than me and him. So how is that even okay for you to just say what you just said? Yeah, he is a grown man, but at the same time, you're technically the adult in the situation. Yes, he's an adult too, but you are supposed to be able to say, hey, I think you've had enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you truly love Grimy, like how you say, and it's all love and all that and hugs and this, that, and the third, and y'all is family, this was never supposed to happen, okay? This was never supposed to happen. Now, granted, when I told Grimy, I think you need to stop. When it was just me and him, he would never listen to me. But, at least I cared about him enough to say, I think that's enough. You know what I'm saying? But she being all fake and whatnot, like, oh, he a grown man. He wanted to do it. He can do what he want to do. Like, dog, like I said, she older than me and him. How is that okay for you to let him get like that, and then when I come wake me up talking about something wrong? Like, I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what to do in these situations. I don't know nothing about that. I never dealt with an alcoholic before. You know what I'm saying? I never dealt with alcoholism, like, ever. Like I say, when I would drink, I knew my limits. I stopped at my limit. Him, he'd just keep going and going and going and going if you let him. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a lightweight too. I've been a lightweight, meaning, like, I drink one or two wine coolers and I'm nice. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's time to stop. You know what I'm saying? But him, no. This dude would drink and drink and drink like it was nothing, like it was water. You know what I'm saying? So I got mad with ignorant. Yeah, I didn't show how mad I was. I should have, but, in all respect, this was her house as well as his mom's house. And so, out of respect for Grimy, I just didn't let my anger get to that point. But like I was saying, so I'm like trying to wake him up, and he's not waking up. And I'm getting scared because I'm like, what if he's dead for real? He look half dead, but what if he really is dead? What if he has alcohol poisoning? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to deal with stuff like that. This could have went really, really wrong. You know what I'm saying? If he just would have dipped off and came home with me, like I told him, I'm ready to go, I'm tired, this wouldn't have never happened. But no, he get around, ignorant, and he just think people got his best interests at heart, and they don't. I was the only one that ever did have his best interests at heart, besides his sister, you know what I'm saying? But all the other people he had around him, they did not give a fuck about him. Not like how I did. It was more like, he was doing that, hold up, they don't love you like I love you, type tip. Like, I just started singing out of nowhere. But that's what I just thought about when I said they didn't have his best interest at heart. That's what I just thought about, the Beyonce song. But, so yeah. So I'm like, an hour then rolled by, and I still can't wake this man up. I can't get him to get up off the chair. He's not moving, and time is ticking. What if something's really wrong? So I looked at ignorant like, I think I need to call an ambulance, because, yeah, it's not looking good. Like, now note, when I tell you what I'm about to tell you, the whole time I'm talking to ignorant, I'm telling her we need to call somebody to help him. Grimy's still sitting in that chair, right? Not saying a word. That would have been the time for him to do what he had did after I called the ambulance. Okay, so I called 911, let them know what was going on, right? And low key, I want to say the cops came out. Yeah, it was. So they sent the cops out. And they sent, I want to say an ambulance came out too. So the cops got there, I want to say before the ambulance. The cops got there, and I'm just like trying to tell them what's going on. And they're like, alright, well, we're going to take him to the hospital. As soon as they said that, Grimey's ass done woke up like nothing ever happened. He woke up, got out that chair, like nothing ever happened. Like he was good. Like he was not drunk or nothing. And I totally understand the reasoning behind it, because he didn't want to be involved with the law again. Like I said, Grimy been locked up before. Don't ask me how many times, because I never asked him that, and I don't know, and I don't really care. Because he was supposed to have been a changed man, right? But you out here doing shit like that. But anyway. But yeah, so Grimy jumped, all of a sudden came back to life, jumped out the chair, and I'm looking dumb as hell and embarrassed at the same time, like, yo, I just wasted these people's time by calling them and having them come out here when now he want to act like, oh, he good. I had to tell the people, I'm so sorry, I wasted your time, and had you come out here. He's fine now, you know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. So then they left. Me and Ignorant is talking. Whole time me and Ignorant talking. Grimy telling me, come on, let's go. Come on, and I unlocked the door and everything so you can sit in the car. And I'm like, alright, bro, like, sweet talking though. I'm like, alright, babe, like, I'm coming. Like, hold on. Me and Ignorant still talking, about the situation. And low-key, like I said, I don't think his mom ever found out. And I'm so glad she was not awake for that, because it probably would have hurt, it probably would have put some stress on her. She had enough to deal with as it is, like, and I'm not going to enclose that, because that's not my business to tell. Just, she has a lot going on. I'm going to say that. So, sorry. So, yeah, I'm saying, like I said, the whole time me and Ignorant is talking, Grimy like, come on, Shalene, let's go. Y'all know Shalene my real name. I be saying my real name, but I don't really go by that on the internet. But like, I'm like telling him, alright, I'll be right there. Like, hold on. Me and Ignorant, staying by the car, and we still talking. And Grimy sitting right there in the passenger seat. He all pulling me and stuff, talking about, let's go. Let's go. Like, he got an attitude. Like, bruh. First off, you was just sitting in that chair over there, looking half dead, and now you want to try to rush me to go home? Like, bruh, calm the fuck down. Give me a minute. So, eventually I'm like, alright, I'm going. Like, have a good night, Ignorant. Like, we gonna go. So, we get back to my house, and Ignorant is crying and carrying on. Crying and listening to gospel music in the passenger seat. I didn't know he was crying until I took a look. Like, because we was listening to gospel music, and I was blasting it, so I couldn't hear shit. But when I got in the driveway, I look over, and I move his hand, because he got his hand like this, and he crying. But I try to move his hand, but he don't want me to see him crying. Honestly, I don't give a heck. That whole men aren't supposed to cry thing, I don't understand that philosophy. Honestly, I don't give a hell. If you want to cry, go ahead and cry. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't the first time he cried in front of me. It was the second time. He only cried twice in front of me. But like I said, like, that whole men don't cry thing, I don't understand that philosophy. That just makes men, like, have no emotions at all. Like, no, I will never judge a man for crying in front of me, ever. You know what I'm saying? Never. If you want to cry, go ahead if it helps, you know? Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna be right here to comfort you if you want some comfort, you know? But don't ever, any man in my life, or any man in general, don't ever feel like you can't cry in front of a female or just cry in general, because crying is a part of healing. You know what I'm saying? Crying will help you, you know, feel better. So, you know, he all like trying to make it so I can't move his hand because he like this and he crying, and he trying to make it like I'm like trying to take his hand and he like put like trying to fight me, you know, because he don't want me to see him crying. But like I said, I don't care about that. Like, go ahead. If you want to cry, go ahead and cry. I'm not going to laugh at you. I'm not going to judge you about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Emotions are emotions. Do what you gotta do. And if you can't control, you know, when you can't control it, you can't control it. So what? It doesn't make you a punk if you cry. You know, it just means you're human and you have emotions. So finally, I get Grimey to move his hand, like his hand out the way, and I see him crying. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" Like, you know, trying to comfort him. Getting sleepy, y'all, but that's okay. I'm almost done. But yeah, I'm like trying to comfort him or whatnot. And I'm like, "What's going on?" He like, "I know I'm worth more than this." And I'm like, "Yeah, you are worth more." You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, like I told y'all in previous videos, the man that I met was not the man he was anymore. He was like back to his old ways, and I did not know him. Like, I did not know that man. I did not know that person that he was after the change. He was a stranger to me. Yeah, I was going along with it. Yeah, I was doing some of the things he was doing, but at the same time, I did not know him. Because, like I said, the man I met was not the man he was at that time. So, yeah, I don't know. But, so, you know, after he gets his cries out and whatnot, and I didn't mean to sound insensitive about, like, with that, but, you know, after he's finished crying and everything, he's still pretty drunk, so he can't get out the car. So I have to help him get out the car. So, I help him get out the car, and, you know, Grimy, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, y'all. And like, so Grimy, you know, Grimy go to bed and whatnot, and here's the crazy part. So I wake up like early morning. Like, it was daylight, because like I said, it was summertime, so the days were longer or whatever. I want to say it was around like 6 a.m. when I woke up. I noticed my clothes are wet, and I'm just like, you know what? I knew, like, what the hell is this? I know I didn't sweat, cause I don't be sweating like that in my sleep, unless I had my heater on. But I didn't have no heater at that time, and it was summertime, and we had air conditioning. So I was like, I know I ain't sweating. Like, what? And I know he ain't sweating like that. So what the hell? You know, it's only could be one thing. So I wake him up like, Grammy, you done peed yourself. He like, oh no, I ain't peed myself. That's wet. I'm like, nah, Grammy, nah, you done peed yourself. You done peed the bed, and I'm wet, and you're all wet. So then Grimy get up like, oh, sometimes it be like that. I'm like, wow. So you was that, and he was hella drunk though. I'm like, he was this drunk, that drunk that he sitting up there and peeing in the bed. You didn't feel when you had to go to the bathroom. Like, what is that about? So yeah, Grimy done peed the bed, and I'm wet, and he done got wet. Girl, I'm not gonna say it was embarrassing, but at the same time, dang, that's how you know he had too much to drink, 'cause he did not feel when he had to go pee, and he was that much of a sleep that he just didn't know he was letting it loose. So we get up, change the sheets, I take a shower, change my clothes after my shower, get back in bed, go back to sleep. Wake up later, my mom and dad is in the kitchen, like in the dining room or whatever, eating breakfast. And I let Grimy sleep because I'm like, this dude been through, like, yeah, I'm tired as hell too. And because of the situation that had just happened. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm going to let Grimy sleep. And I'm going to just go in the living room and talk to my mom because there's some wild shit. She like, oh, well, now you know how it feels to deal with an alcoholic. I'm like, wow, you right about that, though. Because this dude, I could not believe that whole night transpired like that. But, like, and I keep looking away, but, like, I'm just thinking, like, what the hell? We had some wild nights. I'm telling y'all. Me and Grammy had some wild nights. And I'm telling you, that was, like, the craziest night of all of them. Like, So, Mom and Dad dip off. Grammy finally wake up. And I was in the living room now because I was going to watch a movie. It was one of my favorite movies was on TV and I was going to watch it. When Grammy decides to creep up behind me with his weird ass, and he had never did this before. So I'm just like, maybe maybe he's still drunk, don't really know. This dude come up behind me and pull my hair. And at first I didn't feel it. But then I'm just like, like when he did it again, I'm just like, am I tripping? I look back and Grammy standing behind me like, what's up? Y'all, I'm telling you, I cannot make this stuff up. So, basically, we come back in my room and hang out for a little bit and we talk about what happened. And I'm like telling him what ignorant said as far as when I had asked her why she let him get like that. And she was like, oh, well, he can do what he wants. He's grown. He wanted to. What his response was, I don't remember. I just know it was more like he wasn't really pleased with the situation. But I mean, that was a crazy night, and I do not wish to relive it at all. Cause like I said, I was scared to death. Like I really did not know what to do in that situation. Like, I should have called the cops but me thinking, hey, maybe I could remedy the situation, maybe I could wake him up. No. Yeah, my family, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, they be drinking, but I never seen nobody drink that much to where as though they just flat out unresponsive. You know what I'm saying? And if it was, alcohol poisoning, I didn't want to witness nobody dying, especially not him, because I loved him, or anybody. Like, I don't want to see that. I've never seen nobody die in real life until I seen my dad pass away. Well, no. I didn't even see it. My mom seen it, but she woke me up to tell me he was gone. And I seen him, laying in the bed. That's another story for another time. But yeah, that was that night was a wild ride, and like I said, I do not wish to relive it because mm, that man put me through some shit. I'm telling you. But like I said, I was young and dumb, following behind his ass. Could have gotten in a lot of trouble, but didn't really care. Didn't really think about the consequences of my actions. Or, you know what I'm saying? Didn't really think about none of that. I just was the ride or die, you know what I'm saying? So, if things would have got really bad, this would be a whole different true story. It'd have been like something along the lines of when being a ride or die goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, or this could have been a true story of me telling you guys my ex passed away. Yeah, but by the grace of God, he woke up. I was embarrassed about how it happened because, like I said, I had called the people to come help. But at the same time, I was glad he did wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because how was I going to explain that to his mom? And Lord knows, ignorant would have looked at me to explain the situation because she wasn't half right in her daggone mind. And she just, yeah, she wouldn't have took the situation seriously, I'm pretty sure. Because ignorant was just, ugh. Like I said, that's another story for another time, y'all. But I hope you enjoyed this true story. If, like I said in the beginning, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well so you know when I post a video. And that's about it, you guys. I love you guys so very much for all your love and support. Continue to, I pray that you continue to support me throughout the time. We're going to keep progressing. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep being us, the sugar bears. You know what I'm saying? Let's love one another in these tough times. And if there's anybody that you know that deals with alcoholism, is an alcoholic, or has dealt with it, tell them to go get help. And I will leave, information in the description box about if you are that person as well and you do want to get help. I'll help you by leaving some information in regards to a help hotline for you guys, because alcoholism is no joke. You know, people die all the time from drinking and driving, from just drinking too much, alcohol poisoning, and from liver diseases and things like that. I don't think people really care, or, most of the time people just, when they're alcoholics, all they care about is getting that next sip of wine or the next sip of beer or whatever it is that they drink. You know what I'm saying? And it catches up to you. It really does catch up to you. You know what I'm saying? And I was never one to be an alcoholic anyway. Like I said, I'm a lightweight, so it don't make sense for me to drink anyway. I was just doing it because, Grimy was doing it, and, being sociable. Anyway, let me go. I love you guys. Enjoy your day. Check on your loved ones. Check on your friends too, because they need love too. All right? Bye.